Hush, that's what we've all been told. But that's not any way to discuss this issue at all. Let's talk about sexual violence. From everything from what we call eve teasing to sex trafficking, all of that is sexual violence. Let's define it, okay? Sexual assault is any kind of non-consensual touching. Let's talk about sexual assault with women. 1 in every 3 women have experienced some form of sexual violence at some point in their life. And 2 in 3 of these have been victims of an intimate partner or a family member. This is worldwide, but less than 40% of women who experience these crimes sought any kind of help. And out of that, less than 10% was from a police. But you probably think sexual assault is just about women, but that's completely incorrect. 1 in every 6 men also experience a form of sexual abuse. And 64% of students who identify as part of the LGBTQ community have reported forced sex in some form of conversion. Sexual assault occurs in universities with 91% of the victims being women. And rape is the most underreported crime on campus. 8 out of 10 cases, the victim knows the perpetrator. And 81% of these victims experience some form of PTSD or depression related to trauma from the incident. 3.12. That's India's reported rape cases. 4 women out of every lakh are raped, while in US the number is 52. Surely that doesn't seem like an issue, especially considering our large population. But the real truth is much more grim. More than 145,000 rape cases are pending trial. Let's look at the statistics by age, states, and cities. There are victims below 6 years of age. And rapes in cities like Delhi and Mumbai, which we consider as huge industrial capitals, having incredibly high rates of rape, with Rajasthan as the leading state. But what's missing? Marital rape. Imagine if you were raped and it wasn't even considered a crime. Well, that's what marital rape is. India doesn't consider marital rape a crime, which means 2.6 billion women live in countries where their rape isn't even considered a criminal offense. This means that these women are twice as likely to have an abortion, twice as likely to experience depression, and 1.5 more times likely to acquire diseases like HIV. But that's just what the stats do say. So much goes unreported. 41.2% of men don't even talk about their sexual assault. And so much of women's sexual abuse isn't even reported. And it's not just in India. Out of every 1,000 sexual assaults, only 33 are reported to the police, and 997 assailants will walk free. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. The rape reported to the police and the rape reported in surveys is barely anything from the sheer volume of sexual violence that people are experiencing in society today. So it's time to act. It's time to talk about it. It's time to stop sexual violence. Because we're both more than this. It needs to end.